Hello students, welcome all of you in online lecture series of microprocessor and microcontroller subject, in which today we are going to discuss what is stack and subroutines and programs. So today is our 10th lecture on microprocessor and microcontroller subject. My name is Pooja Subhashrao Deshmukh from International Center of Excellence in Engineering and Management College, Aurangabad. So, in last lecture, we have studied the instruction formats of 8085 microprocessor, in which we have studied what are the types of interrupts in 8085, in which hardware interrupt, maskable interrupt and non-maskable interrupt. Then counters and timer delays, in which we have studied why we use delay, what are the types of delay, what is clock signal, what is T state, then delay using 8-bit register, 16-bit register pair and nested loop. So these topics we have already studied in last lecture. Now in this lecture we are going to study what is stack. Stack means what and how does stack work in assembly language programming. Then what are the methods? There are two methods, that is direct method and indirect method, in which what is a subroutine in assembly language program. Then call statements in assembly language and return statement. Then what are the advantages of subroutines and what is push instruction, pop instruction and PSW register pair. So we will see one by one. First of all, what is meant by stack? Stack is reserved area of the memory in our RAM, means random access memory, where we can store temporary information. Also, the stack is shared resource, as it can be shared by the microprocessor and the programmer. Then the programmer can use the stack to store the data, and microprocessor uses the stack to execute subroutines. 8085 has the 16-bit register, which is known as a stack pointer, and the register is a function which holds the memory address of the stack. This control is given to the programmer. Then the programmer can decide the starting address of the stack by loading the address into the stack pointer and beginning of a program. So the stack works on the principle that is first in, last out. As you can see in this figure, push instruction, pop instruction. Then there are two stacks. First one is last in and second one is first out, means if data is loaded in push, then it will out from the pop. Then the memory location of the most recent data entry on the stack is known as the stack as a stack top. So this is all about stack. So we will see how does the stack work in assembly language programming. In assembly language programming, we use two main instructions, that is to control the movement of data into a stack and from a stack. These two instructions are push and pop. These two instructions we use for the work in assembly language programming. So push means what? This is the instruction we use to write information on the stack, and pop means this instruction is used to read information from the stack. Also there are two methods to add the data into the stack, that is direct method and indirect method. First we will see what is direct method. Direct method, in this method stack pointers address the loaded into the stack pointer register directly. We will see by an example, that is LXI SP 8000H means what? The address of the stack pointer is set to 8000H by loading the number into the stack pointer register. Then next one is LXI H, 1234H means what? We add a number to the HL pair. HL pair is the register pair. The most significant 2 bits will enter the H registers and then least significant bits to the L register. Then next one is push H. Push H means what? The push H command will push the contents of the H register first to the stack. First of all, push the contents of H registers, then L register. Then means what? Then the contents of the L register will be sent to the stack. So the new stack top will hold the 34H value. The next instruction is pop D. Pop D means what? This command will remove the contents of the stack and store them into the DE register pair. The top of the stack which clears first and enters the E register means data is clear from the register D and enter it to the E. Then the new top of the stack is 12H. This one clears last and enter the D register. Then the contents of the DE register pair is now 1234H. The next instruction is HLT. HLT means what? It indicates that the program execution needs to stop. Here we will stop the program execution. This is how direct method works. The next one is indirect method. In indirect method, the stack pointer address is loaded into the stack pointer register via another register pair. Means what? So let's take an example. LXI H, 800H means what? The number that we wish to enter into the stack pointer, that is 800H, which is loaded into the HL pair register, that is HL is the register pair. The next instruction is SPHL. SPHL is what? This is a special command that we can use for the transfer of data from HL pair to stack pointer. And now the contents of the HL pair are in the SP, that is special function stack pointer. The next one is LXI H, 123H instruction. Here we add a number to the HL pair, that is the most significant 2 bits will be enter the H register and least significant 2 bits will be enter into the L register. First of all, we add the 2 numbers in H registers and then we add last 2 digits in L register. So in push register, push H command, push command will push the contents of the H register first in the stack and then contents of the L register will be sent to the stack. So the new stack top will hold 34H value. The next command is pop D. Pop D is the command will remove the contents of the stack and store them into DE register pair. The top of the stack clears first and enters into E register. Then the new top of the stack is 12H. This is one clears last and enters the D registers. Means first of all we clear data from D registers and enter into this E register. The contents of D register pair is now 1234H. Then last instruction is HLT. HLT means what? It indicates that the program execution needs to stop. Here we will stop our program execution. So this is the indirect method. Then next one is subroutine. What is subroutine in assembly language programming? Subroutine is a small program which is written separately from the main program to perform a particular task that you may have repeatedly required in our main program. Stack means what? This is the small program which is separately written from the main program. Means what? This is the part of the main program. But why we are writing this? Because we have to perform a specific or particular task in repetition, means many times. So essentially the concept of subroutine is that it is used to avoid the repetition of smaller programs. Then subroutines are written which is separately and are stored in a memory location. These subroutines are written separately and stored in memory, so that it is different from the main program. That's why this is the different from the main program. You can call subroutine multiple times from the main program by using a call instruction. So how can we call this? You can call a subroutine multiple times from using the simple call instruction. So we will see what are the statements, what are the conditional call statements in assembly language programming. You can see here, use conditional call statements to according to your needs. That is, these statements are enter a subroutine only when a certain condition is meeting. First one is CC. CC means what? Call at address if carry flag is equals to 1. Second one is CNC. CNC means what? Call at address if carry flag is equals to 0. Then third one is CZ. CZ means call at address if 0 flag is equals to 1. Then fourth one is CNZ, means call at address if 0 flag is equals to 1. CPE means what? Call at address if parity flag is equals to 1. Then CPO means call at address if parity flag is equals to 0. Then CN means what? Call at address if sign flag is equals to 1. And CP means what? Call at address if sign flag is equals to 0. This is the call statements we are using in our assembly language programming. But when a certain condition is met, otherwise no. The next one is the return statement. What are the conditional return statements in our assembly language programming? After using call instruction, we will have conditional rate statements also. So these statements ensure that the subroutine is excited only when a certain condition is met. So we will see what are these conditions. First one is RC, that is return from subroutine if carry flag is equals to 1. Then RNC, return from subroutine if carry flag is equals to 0. Then RZ, that is return from subroutine if 0 flag is equals to 1. Then RNZ means return from subroutine if 0 flag is equals to 0. RPE means return from subroutine if parity flag is equals to 1, and RPO means return from subroutine, that is parity flag is equals to 0. RN means return from subroutine, that is sign flag is equals to 1, or RP means return from subroutine, that is if sign flag is equals to 0. After the completion of the routine subroutine, main program begin from the instruction immediately by the following instructions. Then we will see what are the advantages of using subroutines. First of all, subroutines avoid the repetition of program. Then they will give the aspect of modular programming to the entire program. Also, it improves efficiency by reducing the size of the memory which is needed to store the program. So these are the some advantages of subroutine. Next we will see what is push instruction and how it works. First of all, in figure you can see there is a B and C register which stores 12 value and C register store F3 value. Then special stack pointer read F3 value, that is first in. So push B 1 byte instruction. This is push B is the 1 byte instruction which decrements stack pointer. Then copy the contents of register B to the memory location which is pointed to by stack pointer. What will you do? That is the contents of register B to the memory location of stack pointer. Then decrement against stack pointer and copy the contents of register C to the memory location which is pointed to by stack pointer. In this way the push instruction will works. The next one is pop instruction. Also pop D is the 1 byte instruction. There are also two registers, that is D and E. D having the value 12 and E having the value F3. So how it works? First of all, copy the contents of the memory location which is pointed to by the stack pointer to register E, and then increment stack pointer and copy the contents of the memory location which is pointed by the stack pointer to register D. First of all, copy the instructions to register E, then register D, because first in first out, first in last out. Then again increment stack pointer, and in this way pop instruction will works. The next one is PSW register flag. PSW register pair is what? In 8085 recognize one additional register pair which is called PSW flag. PSW means what? Program status word. This register pair is made of the accumulator and flag register. PSW is a combination of accumulator and flag registers. So it is possible to push the PSW onto the stack, do whatever operations are needed and then pop it off of the stack. Also the result, which is the contents of accumulator and the status flags, are returned to what they were before the operations were executed. This is the PSW register flag. Here our stack pointer and subroutines and programs point is covered. So thank you very much.